effort to get to that pitch.
That's a tough pitch. That's a pitcher's pitch. He is 2 for 2, and here's Alejandro Kirk. Kirk popped up in foul territory to the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, in his first at bat. Another well-hit ball, deep center, but caught out there by Edman. And Barger will hustle back to first. Boy, the quality of the at-bats in the early going for the Blue Jays has been stellar.
Well, once again, this team has showed you that they don't have a long memory. They got beat 3-1 last night, and they've taken a 3-0 lead here in the third inning. They bounced back better than any club in baseball.
And John Schneider said a couple of things before the game today. He has said a lot. He said all they're trying to do is win 1 in a row, and he said, hey, they've done that a lot this year. And the other thing he said is they are just trying to, quote, out-team the other team. It's not just Scherzer. It's not just Guerrero. It's not just Springer. It's all 26 of them. 1-1.
And one thing he has done consistently is he said, we have to maintain normalcy. This is just another normal game, although everybody knows it's anything but normal.
1-1 the count on Varsho. He'll take a strike, 1-2. Ideally, you got to believe that Dave Roberts wanted more than 2 1/3 out of Ohtani.
He talked about 4.
Yeah.
That's what he was hoping to get.
What will they get from Glasnow? What might they get from Snell? Who will he use? And Varsho strikes out swinging to end the inning. But Bo Bichette, who has had a lot of big hits in his career, the biggest of them all, a 3-run blast to straightaway center. And at the end of 3, it's 3-0 Blue Jays here in Game 7.
To you by Rogers, proud owner of Canada's team. Let's bring it home.
Attention Canadian Tire team. This fall, we've got over 1,000 deals each week.
Y'all ready for this?
Up to 40% off select portable power tools and accessories. Up to 40% off select cookware. And up to 30% off select vacuums and floor care.
Looks like we're ready for some deals. Are you? Discover this week's deals online or in the flyer.
Okay, how about we write a scary movie?
Ooh, spooky.
A scary Canadian movie.
Oh, we can get government funding.
A hockey team snowed in at a chalet. No power, no food, and there's a slasher on the loose. This doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Because Skip is Canadian, so Canadians could just skip it. Hey.
With jackpots up to $80 million, if you win Lotto Max, you won't just see the world. You could see it with your sister, your parents, all your friends, even your own personal chef. Now that's dreaming to the max.
Subway Cyber Sub Days are here, so we baked up a fresh deal. Buy 1 foot-long sub in the app, get one for $2. That's right, but don't wait. This offer ends November 9th. Join Subway MVP Rewards and use the code to get this exclusive app deal.
What a scene here at Rogers Center, and we can imagine Scotiabank and all across the country. And by the way, there's a watch party down in Dunedin tonight, the spring training home of the Blue Jays. Just so many fans following this team so passionately. Mad Max is in Mad Max mode, and Buck, not only has he been great, he's been great and efficient He's gone 3 innings and has thrown only 28 pitches.
He has done a great job, and I felt both good about Bo and good about Scherzer.
Now Will Smith, though, gets into one. First pitch. And it is off the wall, just beyond the reach of Varsho, who gave it his best effort. But it does stay in the ballpark, so it'll be a double for Smith.
Well, Smith is having a good postseason, and remember, he injured his hand, fractured his hand with a foul tip, and this two-seamer runs inside, actually four-seam fastball, top of the zone. He hits it high off the wall. It's beyond Varsho's reach, and by the time they get it back in, Smith standing at second with a leadoff double here in the fourth.
Now Freddie Freeman, who hit a fly ball to pretty deep center. Max Scherzer is an extreme fly ball pitcher. He does not get many ground balls at all. Sometimes they're caught, sometimes they go. But the more balls in the air, obviously, the more risk you run of extra base hits. But by and large, he has been making his pitches tonight. Will Smith is a guy that Dave Roberts elevated up to the 2 spot. He's having good at bats.
Yeah, he is a very good hitter, and they put him up in that key spot ahead of Freddie Freeman.
Lined into right, a base hit. Up to third goes Smith. Freeman aboard, and here come the Dodgers. And quickly, because it's Game 7, Pete Walker's on the phone.
Especially now with a 3-run lead, you want to make sure you make this lead stand up.
First and third, nobody out for Mookie Betts.
Ball no.
They asked for the appeal, but he didn't go, and it's ball 1 on Betts, who grounded out in his first at bat. Strike, 1-1, and the phone call was to get Sir Anthony Dominguez up. This is popped up, very shallow right center. They converge, and Barger will make the catch, and the runners hold.
Really heads-up play by both Barger and Varsho, recognizing that Bo can't run, so they had to come in a long way from center field and right field, respectively. Varsho gets over, he's calling for it, and then he hears Barger call him off, and Barger takes charge. But Bo can't go out there and run down these pop-ups in shallow right field. Terrific communication by Varsho and Barger.
When it's got to be hard to hear each other out there. A big first out. Here's Muncy. Muncy struck out in the second. And a wild swing at a curveball, 0-1.
Now, Muncy's a powerful hitter. He's got a lot of juice in that bat. 19 home runs during the regular season. Just 2 home runs and a very low batting average at 170 for Muncy during the post.
They plan to pull on the infield. Down and in. A ball and a strike.
Dramatically to pull, especially where Bo is at second base. If there's a ground ball hit to Bo, it's going to be a long throw back to second base to a menace. A possible double play ball.
Yeah, Muncy does not run well. A pretty good double play candidate for a left-handed batter. Outside, 2-1. The Blue Jays up, but the Dodgers threatening here in the top of the fourth. with Tyler Glasnow now officially starting to throw in the Dodger pen.
Now, it's interesting. He threw 3 pitches to pick up the save in the game last night.
Fouled back, 3-2.
I don't think I would challenge Muncy with a fastball on the inner half. He's not swinging the bat very well, and the timing is better on fastballs than it is on off-speed pitches or pitches away.
The full count pitch. In and out of the mid of Kirk. So Muncy still has life at the plate.
That was a slider. He just barely had a piece of it. And again, that's not his best slider. That was up and very hittable, but Muncy's just not swinging the way he normally does. His timing is just a little bit off.
Smith at third, Freeman at first, 1 out. And a step off by Scherzer.
Obviously a huge pitch in this inning. Max wants to make sure he's got a clear mind of what he wants to do.
Dominguez continues to throw in the bullpen. The 3-2 again. Ball 4 just inside, and the bases are loaded for Teoscar Hernandez. And oh, the decisions that a manager has to make in a game of this magnitude. John Schneider will stay with Max Scherzer to face Teoscar. He got him on a weak fly ball to right in the second.
That's in.
Again, Blue Jay fans know Hernandez well. You make good pitches, you'll get them. But you make mistakes, and he can really get you.
Yeah, he hit a home run off Scherzer on a hanging slider in Los Angeles. Stayed on the inner half of the plate, and it was about belt high.
Line drive center field, and a diving catch by Dalton Varsho. The Dodgers will get a run out of it as Smith comes in, but a spectacular diving catch in center by Varsho.
I think that ball was hit so hard it was knuckling, and that's why Dalton had a little bit of a hesitation. The ball was knuckling all the way out to center field, and he had to dive to make the catch. Hit right on the barrel, right to the center fielder, but there was a little hesitation in his initial break, but he clearly catches that ball. Another terrific play by Varsho.
So
what a great center fielder he has become.
Gold Glover last year, injured to the point this year where he couldn't really have a say in that, but what a spectacular catch. First and second, 2 down for Tommy Edman.
That's in.
That's in, says Jordan Baker. Ball 1. Second, Muncy at first. That's out, and it's 2-0. And Scherzer, who had razor-sharp command in the first 3 innings, not quite to the same level here in the 4th. That's caught! First it was Varsho, then it was Vladdy. Yes, a foul ball, but a great catch for the 3rd out to make sure Edman couldn't do any damage.
This has been a trademark of this ball club all year long. Outstanding defense, and Vladdy picks up Max Scherzer with a diving catch into foul ground.
But pride doesn't stop at city limits. It goes beyond. Finding home in a whole nation. Because home isn't just a point on a map. It's a feeling in our hearts. And right now, we can feel it from coast to coast to coast. Now that we've made it this far, it's time to bring it home.
Not today, chest congestion.
Mucinex helps to relieve chest congestion. Plus, its bi-layer tablet releases medicine over 12 hours.
Mucinex in, mucus out.
Canada is built on more than steel and concrete. It's built on people, on innovation, on resilience. For decades, we've stood with property managers and facility operators of this nation, helping shape communities, strengthen infrastructure, and support the people who make it all possible. We are proudly Canadian, coast to coast, creating great jobs for great people. We are Metro Compactor Service, your partner of choice for waste and recycling equipment.
Did you start the claim with TD Insurance yet? Ooh, a Blue Jay.
Yep, just one more pick. Oh, that's nice.
Photo-based estimation in the app. That's unexpectedly easy insurance.
Woodpecker! You can really smell the pine.
It's
As a proud fan and the official bank of the Toronto Blue Jays, TD is ready for October baseball. Ready for you.
The Sportsnet Plus City TV Plus bundle gives you live sports and entertainment all in one place. There's something for everyone with the best in live sports and hit shows from the biggest networks in TV. Visit sportsnetplus.ca to bundle today. What a ball game it's been, and we've already seen a number of great defensive plays by the Blue Jays, and look at that full extension by Guerrero.
Yeah, Vladdy has been a tremendous first baseman. You remember he came up as a third baseman initially, and he's made the move across the diamond, and he has really embraced his first base position. He won a Gold Glove a couple of years ago, and he's had another outstanding defensive season, and right there, got a big out for Max Scherzer.
Maybe a little bit of dirt in his eye, too, but it was worth it. Clement leads off the bottom of the fourth, hits one out to short, and it winds up being very close. Mookie Betts, for some reason, had a bit of a double clutch, but still just barely gets Clement.
Yeah, Ernie's always hustling out of the box, puts a lot of pressure on the infielders on ground balls. Mookie had a little bit of a hesitation, a double clutch, and that almost cost him. And he's able to get Clement by half a step. He just didn't have a good grip on the ball, double clutched it, and made it a bang-bang play.
Way up and in, ball one to Jimenez, who struck out his first time up.
Timeout. Umpires asked for timeout.
Do the Blue Jays think that maybe it hit him? They will not challenge it.
They were holding. Huh?
3-1 Blue Jays, bottom four here in Game 7. This is the first World Series Game 7 since 2019 between Washington and Houston. Max Scherzer started that game for the Nationals. George Springer was on the Astros.
Yeah, George went 0 for 4 in that game. Springer ended up with a no decision, but the Nationals won.
Up and in again, 2-2. And again, they'll decide if they want to challenge this, as John Schneider looks back to Marlo Hale is on the phone.
There was an extra sound right there, but they're not going to challenge it, and Jimenez just jumped back from that inside heater.
2-2, and he definitely hit him. What is going on? Jimenez not happy, and now here come both dugouts. The dugouts are clearing in Game 7 of a World Series.
Now John Snyder is getting into it with Will Smith. The Dodgers have pitched inside throughout this series. Remember, they hit George Springer, they hit Alejandro Kirk, and now they have hit Andres Jimenez.
And Jimenez does not get angry very often, but he clearly was. And still feeling the effects of that pitch. The bullpens have come in.
Jeff Hoffman is really getting on Robleski right now, and it's getting pretty heated out there at shortstop. Now Pete Walker's got him, moving him away from the pile.
I mean, this is rarely the kind of thing you see in the playoffs, much less Game 7 of a World Series.
There's a lot of yakking going on out there on the infield dirt. That's Kirby Yates, and he's not even active. He's not on the active roster, and that could cost him some money.
Jimenez appears to be okay. He's at first. And now the umpires are trying to tell everybody, get off the field. Get back to the bullpens. Get back to the dugouts.
John Snyder's going to walk over to check on Jimenez at first base. DeMarlo Hale was over there with Andres. And now John Snyder's going to check to make sure he's okay. Robleski was very aggressive coming off the mound. After Jimenez looked down and said, hey, what's up with that? He put his arms out to the side and said, what's going on? 3 pitches inside to him. And watch the reaction. This is a 4-seam fastball inside to Jimenez, and this one hits him on the back of the right hand. He goes, what's up with that? Throw it over the plate. Robleski comes off the mound. Jordan Baker says, get back out to the mound. But everybody comes off the bench.
And some choice words that if you can read lips, you can see it. And the Blue Jays not taking long to go out there and get in the middle of it. Same for the Dodgers. The umpires have huddled, and now they have dispersed. And Mark Wegner, the crew chief, just spoke with John Schneider, and now he is going to do the same.
Probably put a warning in now, and I don't like that at all.
No,
it's a Game 7. Let the players decide what's going on. Don't put the warning in there.
And they have put warnings in.
Yep.
They have put warnings in.
I don't agree with that at all. Let the spirit of baseball take care of this game. Don't let the umpires influence it.
Warnings have been put in for both teams.
I don't know that I've ever seen this in a Game 7 before. And important to mention, if somebody else gets hit, it's not an automatic ejection. The umpires can still judge intent. But if they deem it to be intentional, then they will eject the pitcher. But it's not necessarily an automatic ejection just because warnings are in.
And you know what? I don't think Robleski was trying to hit Andres. He was trying to crowd him. But at the same time, I don't agree with the umpires at all, because the players need to decide the outcome of a Game 7. Now somebody gets hit accidentally, and then they determine that he was thrown at him. You're going to eject the manager and the pitcher.
Then the umpires have to judge intent, and that's a good point by you. The manager, if the pitcher goes, the manager goes as well.
I've been there.
And you can hear the crowd, and that's a breaking ball. That was a slider from Robleski, but now the crowd is really on edge, too. The whole vibe has changed here in the ballpark. Springer hits it off of Robleski, and it's going to be a base hit as it bounces back towards Smith, and George Springer is 3 for 3.
Unbelievable. You don't think that fired up this crowd. Robleski gets a comeback off his leg, and Springer is 3 for 3. George is swinging it great. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. I mean, that was a seed right off Robleski's left leg. Now the trainer is out, and the manager, Roberts, is right behind him. Remember, they've got Glass now ready if they choose to make a pitching change here.
And they got Guerrero on deck. Lucas is the hitter now, so they would like to leave Robleski in and have a lefty-lefty matchup, but is he physically able to do so?
He'll throw a pitch or two before they make a decision. But you can see Glass now, he's worked up a sweat. He's ready to come in this game. Another great opportunity for the Blue Jays. A hit batter, an infield hit. first and second with one out. And the number 2 hitter, Nathan Lucas, is up.
Robleski will stay. So now Lucas comes up with runners at first and second, just one out. Guerrero on deck. And the Blue Jays up 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Obviously, this is not a bunting situation with one out.
But because there's a runner at second, the third baseman, Muncy, has to stay closer to the bag. A big hole between third and short now. And we've seen Lucas hit the ball through that hole a lot. Swings and misses here, or swings and fouls it off, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Nathan, against left-handers especially, will hit in that direction toward the shortstop and left fielder. Here's where Andres Jimenez has to make sure he checks out where Kike Hernandez is, the left fielder. Hernandez very shallow in left field and shaded toward the foul line. Check out your outfielders. Find out where they are. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. Hernandez shallow, closer to the line. The 0-1 to Lucas. At the top of the zone, 0-2.
Hernandez is very shallow, and if Lucas gets a pitch up and out of the plate, he can drive it past him in left field.
Ball.
High ball 1.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. Lucas down on strikes for out number 2. And here comes Dave Roberts, and not surprisingly, he wants the big right-hander, Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow, one of his starting pitchers, the guy who finished off Game 6 last night. He wants Glasnow to face Guerrero here with a couple of men on in Game 7.
You know where the Blue Jays are from. But pride doesn't stop at city limits. It goes beyond. Finding home in a whole nation. Because home isn't just a point on a map. It's a feeling in our hearts. And right now, we can feel it from coast to coast to coast. Now that we've made it this far, it's time to bring it home.
Thanks for coming in, Mr. Springer. Take a seat.
Sit? I mean, I usually stand. But why not? This is nice.
Okay.
Seriously, this is living. Can I borrow this?
Why? Hey, George, I'm gonna need that back.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
DQ Loaded Bacon Signature Stack Burger is piled high with Applewood smoked bacon. Bacon, bacon, and bacon. Try our new Loaded Bacon Signature Stack Burger in a single, double, or triple. Single starting at just $6.99.
Monday on Prime. It's Legends versus Legends in the making. Penguins, Maple Leafs, Monday at 7:30. Prime Monday Night Hockey. It's on Monday. It's only on Prime.
So a guy who might have started this game had he not been needed to close out last night's game, Tyler Glasnow is in here in the 4th inning. He only threw 3 pitches, got 3 outs on 3 pitches because of that wild double play, but he did get up and throw a bunch in the bullpen, and I don't think anybody knows right now how compromised he may be, if at all, as he comes in here in relief.
Yeah, man, he had not made a relief appearance since 2018 when he was still pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That was 2 teams ago. But he came out and got a save in that situation last night, and he threw that ball that was turned into a game-ending line drive double play to left field. But now he's got his hands full. First and second, 1 out or 2 outs, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. at the